Amber from the Vault here. Welcome to a rebuild of the settlement here in Fallout 4 at the Slog. We're going to go ahead and check out the Slog here. Now, if you saw my original video I posted of my first build of the Slog, it is absolutely disgusting. So we're going to go ahead and check out the rebuild. And the way we're going to start here is right by the guard station. So I do have two invisible guard rugs on here. You can't see them. There's one on each of these areas. And then I also have the invisible caravan rug. So this is where our caravan is going to go ahead and hang out. I like the invisible caravan rugs just because it keeps them out of the center of your town or your little settlement. I like to think of each settlement as a little town. It kind of keeps them out of the center of that. So coming over here, we're going to go ahead and turn. We're actually going to take a look at the clothing and armor shop. Now we can take a look on the outside here. So what I did is I took 3 panels and then I just separated them down the middle. So each store is 1.5. We're going to go ahead and enter here. And immediately right here, this coat rack here, that is from the Workshop Decorations pack. Absolutely works really, really well for me. I love using it. McCready there is standing right in front of some things that have been placed with USO. That's unlock settlement objects, as well as all of the clothes here on the racks. The racks are placed together. You can see I tried to get as much as I could so they wouldn't, kind of clip through into each other. There's a little bit of that, but I tried to do my best on that so it looks like they're just one giant rack. Then we have some of the retail stuff from USO here. Also have an invisible shop rug here that is a tier 3, and that is lined up, of course, with the counter there. Another Workshop Decorations pack item here, the Minutemen outfits. And then, of course, we have some mannequins in the window that we'll take a better look at, actually, from the outside. So this is the clothing shop. Let's go ahead and leave here. And now, I did a little bit less than I usually do as far as the intense decorations on this one, because to be honest with you, I wanted to get this out. I don't have a ton of time right now because I'm trying to record other games, and it's taken me a long time to do them. So there's a little bit here you're going to see that's missing details, and this is right here where you're going to see it. We don't have armor on these mannequins quite yet. I did spend quite a bit of time, though, through USO doing this, putting the armor on shelves. It takes a long time to get armor on these shelves. So this right back here is Workshop Decorations pack. I wanted to go ahead and just warn you ahead of time that, yes, I realize that there's a lot missing from inside this shop. It's just because I kind of ran out of time for when I needed to put this video out. So again, another tier 3 rug here, and we're going to go ahead and leave. So we do have a small gap in the fence here. Not too bad. I went ahead and put some basically some turrets here, the light and then the turret itself, and then also a large light there. So at night, you can kind of see if anybody's lurking on that side. Typically, we don't get attacked from this side, though. It tends to be from the very front of the settlement. So next, we're going to move into the Brahmin barn. I like building these. They're one of my favorite things. In fact, let's go ahead and close the door on the Brahmin for a second. Close, close. You can see it's just a very large barn. Now what I did is I built a ramp here. So this is from Unlock Settlement Objects, and this is using the scaffolding. So I took the ramps from the scaffolding and just kind of lined it up here. And this allows me to build this barn up high, but still allows the Brahmin to get inside. So my Brahmin can still come in and out of here. They can leave here. They can come through here. They can drink, do whatever they need to. But they don't have to actually, kind of be on the ground. The problem with this Brahmin barns, which I like building, the problem with them is you often have to put them on the ground floor, which means that you have a lot of clipping of the little twigs and grass through. So we're going to go ahead and leave here. We're going to come around the side. We're going to ignore that building just to the right of us, and we're actually going to go back here. And again, this is where I'm saying I have some unfinished stuff in this one. Again, didn't have time to finish them. Definitely wanted to, but I had to get this video out before I was able to finish. So these are each individual room pods. If you've seen any of my other builds, you should know kind of what my individual room pods look like. Otherwise, I think I did do a couple on here that are actually finished there on the other side there. So that's exactly what these would have been. They would have had beds in them, and they would have been little areas for people to live. Typically, I'll assign whoever's closest, so it would have been these 2 shop owners and probably our armor owner over there, our armor store person. All right, so coming over here, we're going to have our trader and our weapon shop. Let's go ahead and go inside. This is another one where I didn't have weapons on me to go ahead and put in here. Freemaker, for some reason, has been crashing my system lately, so I didn't want to try to put too much on Freemaker and try to make some more weapons. So, like I said, didn't get as much done on the settlement as I would have liked to, before I made the video. Of course, there's going to be that invisible rug there, tier 3 as always. We'll go ahead and leave here. And we'll go into the better decorated one, the trader area. Let's go ahead and go into the trader. And this is mostly going to be workshop decorations pack. So if you're running out of time like me and you need something where you just need to throw in some decorations and you really don't have time to make your own, try out workshop decorations pack. This is one of those that I kind of thought when I first saw it, I went, there's no way I'm going to leave that in my game. I'm never going to leave that one. And it has become one of my favorite mods I've ever downloaded. It is absolutely fantastic. I keep finding uses for it. It never runs out of new uses, so definitely check it out. All workshop decorations pack there. All right, so let's go ahead and step out of here. So in here we have some invisible rugs for scavengers. So we have one that's right here next to the radio. That's a sweeping rug. And then we have a newspaper reading rug right there. I just threw some random stuff in here so it would feel a little less empty. So moving over here, I always hated at the Slog how you had to go around the big pool. So I went ahead and built some bridges here. So we have some bridges you can go across. I realize that the second bridge here is very close to the outside there. I understand that, but oftentimes I've found that we get attacked by that way and I can't get around because people will be shooting and they'll all be hanging out right here. This is one of the attack points that I've noticed. So I built this really so I could just, I could shoot people from back here. That was my whole goal. So here we go to a couple of those little pod rooms. This is what the pod rooms look like. They're just a single little area. There's only 2 beds that'll fit in a pod area if you're interested in ever building little pods. Here's the second one. But they are really convenient and really nice just to be able to have something that you can stick in here. I mean, when you're talking about an area that doesn't have a lot of space, little pod homes really are the best way to do it. And this is why we can't use a lot of the space here at the Slog. I didn't want to ruin the fact that there are so many good places to put crops here. Now this actually, because we're hooked up through the settlements, or the settlement line, excuse me, this feeds the vast majority of my settlements where I don't build really good farming facilities at other settlements. So I really concentrate and I really need the Slog. I need the Slog, guys. So I went ahead and left all of my farming stuff there. I did fortify each of the entrances here just to make sure that we're making sure our entrances are good. There's invisible rugs here for all of our people to go ahead and stand on. All right, another invisible rug is over here, although I did not fortify that since I've never been attacked there. I do sometimes get attacked, though, right in front here. So there is an actual invisible rug over here, and then there's an actual guard post here. And then all along here, and we're actually going to jump the fence here, is just... it's just packed with turrets. And the reason why is, again, because I keep getting attacked here. I mean, you can see little bits and bobbles of people or animals who have been killed here before. So I went ahead and stuck those there just because I thought that that was the most convenient place. So now we're going to go into the big part of this settlement. So we're going to go ahead and head into the actual the pool area itself. So this is where you would have had your showers, that sorts of thing. Each of these couches that you're going to see in here, every single one is a couch bed. Now that is another mod that is sofas, it's sofa beds, and it is an absolutely fantastic mod. I've been using that for a lot because it's nice sometimes to build a settlement that looks good. But then it's frustrating because you'll build a settlement that looks good and then you'll have nowhere to put anyone because you've had to put so much room or so many things in so many different places that you run out of room to put stuff. So each of those sofas, even though they look like they're just a decoration in this room, and again, I don't know why that lower jaw there is, but even though they look like a decoration in the room, they really do serve a purpose. It's not just for somebody to go sit on, so they are a bed. These are the same. These are also beds. I kept the sofas consistent in here just because I didn't want to look like a total mess. So we'll go ahead and head in here. These beds with the pillows, these are from the Creation Club. This was back when the workshop, I think it was the, oh gosh, what was it? It was one of the original workshop packs, the original stuff packs. They do only sleep on one side, which I find very interesting. All of your people will sleep on one side. This is also a sofa bed here. They'll sleep on one side of the bed, but you can't assign 2 of them to the bed. That would have been really cool, Bethesda. I really would have appreciated that. So again, just some minor decorations in here. Didn't do a ton because I just didn't have the time. Also, if we go ahead and move on over here, what we can see is I've used Workshop Decorations Pack to put in just a small cafe. Now, I've misaligned here the invisible rug. I went ahead and left it because I wanted to show you how I misaligned it. I need to move it up just a little bit, and it would look like he was actually using this cafe table itself. So those invisible rugs really are handy. I use the glitch rugs to really get close as I can to kind of line those up. And I didn't on that one, and I thought it would be okay, and it really, really wasn't. So I should have done that. I also wanted to show you, even though I've built these bridges, these are still accessible, all of these areas in the tarberry pit, excuse me. Well. You can still get through here and actually pick things, that sort of thing. So it is super useful. So that's it, everyone. That is the remake of the Slog. This is the different way I went with it. Oh, you know what? Actually, I lied. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to go ahead and leave this in instead of cutting it out. The fact that I screwed this up. There is another thing of beds here, and I completely forgot. Another little, I call it kind of a dorm room. I like to call these dorm rooms. But again, not a lot of decorations on this one. Using a lot of those workshop decorations things, just so... honestly, so I can save a little bit of time on this one, just because I wanted to get this out, and I needed to get it out before I really had time. Sorry about that. I almost forgot the blue building. I can't believe I almost forgot the blue building. So there we go. That is the end of the Slog. That is going to be it for the Slog here in Fallout 4, the settlement rebuild. If there's a settlement you would like to see rebuilt, if I haven't already rebuilt it, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I really, really do appreciate it, everyone. I can't tell you enough how much it means to me. It's amazing to me that people are still watching these Fallout 4 settlement builds. It's amazing. Thank you so much. I can't tell you guys enough how much I appreciate that. That said, if you like this video and you haven't already, you can subscribe to the channel by clicking on that picture of my big dumb face that should be popping up in a second. There will also be a playlist to all of my Fallout 4 videos, as well as a video that YouTube thinks you'd like. Thank you so much, and I will see you all in the next one.